no major transformation in the Queenstown area. Don't have school, don't need talk. 3,000 per square foot. Will you get stuck? Now the question today is, will Penrith repeat that story, or perhaps this is a different story this time? Hi y'all, you see Liza, every time right when there is a very tall new launch that comes out into the market, my clients always message me and ask me the same question. Roy, is this going to be very expensive or not? 40 stories confirm cross 3,000 per square foot. And if you were to enter, will you get stuck? And that's exactly what we are going to break down today with Penrith. Penrith, Chim, the name, Chimiology. Okay, this is one of the tallest buildings in Queenstown and is right next to the Queenstown MRT station. Now, the question to ask ourselves is this: is it going to be another hype project that fizzles, or a project that sizzles? As Snoop Dogg would say, right, for shizzle, keep it real in the drizzle, yo yo. Okay, sorry you all can guess my age already. I am 22 this year, 1 year in this industry. Alright, back to real estate talk. Okay, before we dive into the project review today, please scan this QR code below to join my private Telegram community. Yay! New initiative for you guys. Inside what I'll be sharing, freebies, ebooks that I've written, things that can help you with your real estate journey, and first-hand YouTube reviews so that y'all can support me, watch my video first and help my algorithm. And also, right, bounce out units before they even hit the market, and even free home valuation. So perks and perks if you guys scan this QR code right now and join this Telegram community. Alright? And hey, you guys, I've checked the analytics. My videographer tells me about 50 to 60% of you guys who are watching are still not subscribed yet leh. Hey, how can I do that? But steady leh y'all. If you are enjoying the content that I'm putting out so far, please support the channel and hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notifications so that you guys don't miss the next video that we are launching, because we have just crossed 1,000 subscriptions and my next goal is 5,000 subscriptions, and I hope we can get there together. So what's Penrith all about? Now let's take a look at this picture over here. This is a 3D rendering by the developer. So Penrith sits at 498 Margaret Drive in Queenstown, and this is a 5 minutes walk to Queenstown MRT. Now looking at the perspective itself, you realize you are not like on top of the MRT track or anything like that, so you actually get the convenience without the noise. Looking at the views, wow, if you're on the high floor itself, it's amazing. The views will be sick. And this is a 99-year leasehold project with 2 blocks, about 40 stories, totaling 462 units. This is also developed by Hong Leong and Guaco Land, designed by ADDP Architects. Now, looking at Guaco Land itself, you can always see that from the facade, there is always this Guaco Land style. It's almost like an iconic signature, generally quite dark in terms of the exterior, a lot of glass, and then it always stands out as an icon within that location. Now, unit mix itself. So 2 bedrooms will be about 600 over square feet, 3 bedrooms 786 all the way to 1066 square feet, 4 bedrooms will be 1173 all the way up to 1281 square feet. Of course, there's no 5 bedrooms over here, but looking at the sizes wise, in view that this is actually a GFA harmonized project, you can more or less predict the layouts already. And here's something cool, right? The name Penrith actually is being reflected in the building itself. Now in Old English, right, pen actually means the head or the top, and the reef means a fort or a slope. So if you look at the building itself, it's really is representative of Penrith, right? On the top, very high. And in England, Penrith is also a market town over there. Now you put that together, this becomes very appropriate. This is going to be one of the tallest building in Queenstown, hence the head and top idea actually works very well. Looking at the swimming pool, right, we don't have much information as of now, but we only have this kind of perspectives. Looking at the swimming pool itself, you have an organically shaped pool. You already can see that there's a lot of greens in the development already, classic Guaco Land again. But I just don't know where's the lap pool. Maybe there is, I don't know yet. But looking at this itself, if I were to complain, is that there is no proper lap pool, but you can see that distance should be quite wide, so still good enough for you to do a proper lap. Okay, now that's the basic. Let's talk about the objections that you guys will have. So every time when there is always a new launch, right, people will ask me, hey, why shouldn't I buy this project? Why? It's always very easy to find the negativity, and I'm here to unravel the negativity with you guys. So here are some of the main objections that I keep hearing about Penrith. The three main objections would be, number one, no major transformation in the Queenstown area. This is like an old township effect. Number two, there is no top schools within the 1 kilometer radius. And number three, being 40 stories high, right, means the high floor units will cross 3,000 per square foot, which is actually perceived as expensive and it won't move. All these objections sounds very familiar because we have already seen this before. Sterling Residences. This was also a development that launched with big hype. 300 units was sold on day one, but again, that was just about 24% of the project. It was a large-scale project, right? And then we had Queen's Peak. So Queen's Peak was also 34% sold at the start. Margaret Vale also 34 to 40% sold at the start. And this project, right, they actually took about 3 years to clear stock and sell out. Now, the question today is, will Penrith repeat that story? And if that's the case, can you wait? Or perhaps this is a different story this time. Of course, let's not get carried away about the sales volume and things like that. Let's run this through with my R.E.A.L framework. So let's break it down. What does R.E.A.L stand for? R.E.A.L, R will be the resale and replacement. E will be your entry price and your effective space. A will be your accessibility and amenities. And last but not least will be the liquidity. Last but not least will be the liquidity and layout. So let's get real, because this is how you cut through the noise and know exactly what you should be doing. Now, first up, R. So nearby resales like Commonwealth Towers, Queen's Peak and Margaret Vale and Sterling Residences, they are already transacting around 2,200 to 2,300 per square foot. Now, looking at the numbers itself, right, you will think, like that I should just buy the resale right? Why want to pay $2,700 for Penrith? Does it even make sense? But guess what? These resales, right, means that they are already 4 years old all the way to about 10 years old. This means their 99-year lease is already shorter, and if you were to prorate them to their fresh 99-year lease itself, their effective PSF number is definitely higher than what Penrith is quoting. And don't forget, land betterment charge hikes have pushed developer break-even prices up. Now, the next wave of supply at GSW, the Greater Southern Waterfront, or the One North location would likely launch between 2.6 to 2.9 PSF minimum. So that means, right, Penrith at 2007 XX PSF is actually not a stretch. In fact, right, it's also aligned with where the market is heading. And if you guys still are not clear, please go and check out my land betterment charge video to understand why moving forward new launches will definitely be more and more expensive. Now, E, let's talk your entry price and your effective space. Now, for 40-story, right, it's pretty predictable because developers will usually start the lower floor with a very attractive PSF. This is definitely the PSF that agents out there will be using to message you on. They will say, wow, look at this, so cheap PSF, wow, must buy, must buy. But that's how it works, because the upper floors will actually get a premium top loading or floor loading per se, and the top floors, in my guess, would kind of push beyond the 3,100 per square foot. Now, what should you do then? Your job is to be very, very disciplined, because when you go for something that is like that, right, you will sure kanchiong one. So when you go to the booking itself, you will kanchiong, then you'll start to stretch your budget and things like that. So our job over here, very simple, keep yourself disciplined and focused. If you're going for a 2-bedroom, right, aim for the mid floors. Ideally, I think keep your quantum about 1.8 mil itself. Ideally, if you can find an enclosable kitchen, that would be great. And then for the 3-bedroom complex, I think the sweet spot is between 2.2 to about $2.3 million. Now, 3-bedroom premium and 4-bedroom, you got to be stacked stack selective. Look at the view itself, make sure that you have a noise shield, and also you can look at the lift distance. Are you very far away from the lift, which actually reduce noise and privacy increase, or are you very near to it? So that one, I will actually go down into the stack selection itself. Of course, right now with this project review, I cannot go so deep into it, but if you guys want a more customized discussion, I actually have a selection framework that can help you choose the best units out there. We can actually discuss and you can hit me up via WhatsApp, alright? Now, GFA harmonized. So Penrith is actually a GFA harmonized project. So every square foot that you pay for is usable. Right, nowadays we say, hey, every floor you step, every tile you step, is about $2,000 to $2,500 per square foot, very expensive. So imagine if this is not a harmonized project, you look at some of the Queenstown project, right? You have a lot of planter boxes, a lot of bay window and weird balconies. All those are unusable, wasted space. For Penrith, you don't have oversized planters, no wasted aircon ledges. So that is actually very important. So what does that actually translate to you guys? What does that mean to you? This means a 678 square feet 2-bedroom in Penrith will have a much better livability than a 721 or 750 square feet non-harmonized resale. And of course, right now, a lot of buyers are still fixated on looking at the actual size on the floor plan, but just give it a few more years. Buyers down the road will recognize that difference and they will know that they are paying for nothing, and this is what will make your entry and exit much more safer in the future. Accessibility and amenities, I think this one is very straightforward 5 minutes walk to the MRT station, from there 30 minutes to Raffles Place, 3 stops to Orchard Road, short rides to Buona Vista, one off Connectivity, I think you know where I'm getting at. And for amenities itself, Commonwealth Crescent Food Centre, you have IKEA, you have Anchorvale Point, things like that, Dawson Estate cafes and stuff. So food and drinks, totally no problem. For those of you who are drivers, you are minutes away from the AYE and CTE. So I think that is pretty much all the good things you can get for accessibility and amenities already. Now let's look at what the critics will say. Critics will tell you, Veroy, Queenstown don't have transformation leh. And my answer to them is, it doesn't need one ma. Correct or not? Queenstown is already one of the most established city fringe properties in Singapore, or city fringe town in Singapore. This is a matured estate. Your resale demand is proven, you are centrally connected, and things like that actually do a lot better than having transformation, isn't it? Lastly, L. It's for the way you look. No, it's no. L is for liquidity and layout. Alright, so how about your exit strategy, your exit play? Firstly, your liquidity over here will come from 2 buyer pools. Number 1, your millionaires from your Dawson HDB upgraders. Yes, their flats are very expensive, crossing 1 million already. Even the 3-room flats, some of them are also very near to the $1 million mark. Number 2 would be your condo upgraders from the outer regions like the Jurong, Clementi and Bukit Panjang. These people are sitting on easily 600,000 worth of capital gains, and these people are ready to move closer to town. And having this appreciation itself, right, actually forms the down payment for the bigger purchase quantum when you want to exit in the future. But again, right, we will say this. Liquidity itself isn't the only key factor. Remember, liquidity has to match up with a good layout, because layout is the one that drives desire. Alright, so over here we are actually looking at very efficient dumbbell layouts for the 2 bedrooms. So this will definitely attract your investors and couples, bearing in mind that in the Queenstown area, the dumbbell layout is actually something that is very rare. Now, moving on to the 3-bedroom compact. Now this would be perfect for the younger families, maybe husband, wife with 1 kid. You don't need so huge a space, but yet you still want to be in the city fringe location. Now next up would be the larger 3-bedroom premiums and the 4-bedroom itself. This would appeal to the multi-generational buyers, and of course you must pick the right stack and the facing. Don't anyhow pick, don't FOMO go there anyhow pick. Because I always say this, it's very simple. Buy at the right time, wrong project, lose money. Buy at the right time, right project, Wrong unit, also lose money. Then how? Very simple. Reach out to R.E.A.L. Okay, so liquidity itself will ensure that your buyers will 源源不绝, 波涛汹涌, 滔滔, whatever, okay? Layout ensures that they will choose your unit, and that is why both actually matter. So that's it for my R.E.A.L framework. Let's get real, so I'm sure you guys have benefited from it. Now with that, let's zoom in onto price. So prices. Recent City Fringe launches, they average about $2,500 to about $2,800 per square foot. And guys, these are not even as close to MRT station as Penrith leh. I mean, 还要讲咩？不用讲了啊 correct or not? 讲这么多做么 Exactly. So if Penrith averages about mid 2,700 per square foot, the 2 and 3 bedroom quantum will be very familiar to buyers who have already accepted prices in this zone itself. Of course, the main difference is that if you are new to the market, you will still find that this is a little bit hard to accept. And again, right, if you compare to older launches that is outside in the city fringe but further away from MRT, Penrith has a selling point, which is the proximity to the MRT station and the efficiency of space. And for price itself, being 40 stories, the lower floors will definitely start attractive. Only the very high floors will start to test the 3000 PSF range. But of course, your job here is you don't have to chase the hype. Your job is to set a walkaway and stick to it. I usually tell my clients, if you have a budget, stick to it, because this year we do have more launches coming up, so you don't need need to stay in Penrith unless you tell me that your family is around there. Then there is a different need involved, and of course with that we will give more advice to suit your situation. Alright, FAQ time. I have to give you all some FAQ because I know that if not, right, you all will start to DM me already, right? Flame my video. Hey, actually your DM me also not bad. Good idea. Okay, no more FAQ. No, I'm just joking, okay? First question, right? Well, I guess many buyers over here, they actually rank MRT and city fringe convenience above the school. And if your number one priority is a school within 1 kilometer, then of course I will tell you this is not your choice unit lah. Because I know there are buyers out there who rank this as the number one. Don't have school, don't need talk. Yeah. But for most people, right, livability and connectivity are the bigger plays, are the more important factors. So I don't think that within 1 kilometer itself is going to cause a big problem. Number two, Roy, will the views be blocked? Some plots behind, they are actually zone residential. So for me, very simple, I will always assume that there will be future buildings on. That is me, I'm very pessimistic one. I will just look at the view and say, got land there for sale. Confirm next time view will block. So don't just buy for view. I will be choosing stacks that will still win without the view. And if you do get the view, bonus law, is 3000 PSF crazy or not? Well, on the top floors of 40 stories, then confirm 3,000 per square foot. People will pay that not because they feel that it's cheap. They pay that because they want it. They want that Penrith feeling on top, right? That is why I say you must set your limit. You must set a walkaway price, because if it crosses the line, just walk. Then live to fight another day, or live to find another property another day. So if you are not sure how to answer this for yourself, just WhatsApp me directly. We will run through your numbers and then we will get the clarity that you need together. So that's Penrith in a nutshell. So remember my framework. Let's get real. Resaleability and replacement, entry price and effective space, accessibility and amenities, and last but not least, your liquidity and the layout. That is how you cut through the hype and don't actually get FOMO. That way you will make a safe and confident decision. Alright, so once again, scan the QR code, grab my free book, or scan this other QR code to WhatsApp me directly if you want a one-to-one consultation. One-to-one. Okay? And don't forget to subscribe this channel. Let's push this channel together to 5,000 subs. Alright? And as usual, thank you for watching today's project review. I'm Roy from the R.E.A.L Collective, real people, real estate, real results, and I'll see you in the next one.